Black power.
When I say heal, y'all say the hood. Heal. The hood. Heal. The hood.
What's up? What's up? Let me hear some noise out here for the Heal the Hood block party. We down here on First and Keep, about to go all the way in.
Butler, the founder. When we do Heal the Hood block parties, we always focus on the brotherhood. We focus on repairing the brotherhood between black men.
We got GDs out here. You know, I'm GD. We got vice lords out here, representative of the Nation of Islam out here. We got the new Black Panther Party for Self-Defense out here.
My name is D. We're here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin to celebrate the 5th annual Heal the Hood block party, which aims to bring together members of warring gangs in the city and the community together to fight for a common cause of uplifting the people and defending the community.
We got free haircuts and free hairstyles for the children. We got t-shirt painting and face painting, bounce house, all type of stuff. A lot of times we don't really focus on real unity in the hoods. The word community itself is unity. So right now, I want to have my brother Zaire share some words. This brother is a representative under the 5-star movement. And then I want to have my brother Mac share some words. And my brother Mac is under the 6-point movement.
A lot of people hear vice lords or GDs, they automatically get a negative perception in their head. People automatically think that we at odds with each other, that we this, that we that, but that's not the case at all. You know what I'm saying? These is my brothers. You know, being from Africa, we naturally come from different tribes. But at the end of the day, when it was time to come together, man, we rolled out as one.
I'm representing the G&D Nation, that's growth and development. And y'all probably know as Gangster Disciples, we've been in the community, we've been with the vice lords, and what we was trying to do is teach the young people that we taking a whole new direction. You know what I'm saying? And it's on us if we want to combat the violence and combat the abuse of the police in our neighborhood. It's going to take all of us. Not just GD, not just vice lord, not just the Black Panthers, none of it. It's going to take all of us. And this is what this doing. This is how it started. That's all I got to say.
Peace, love, and unity. Peace and love!
Hey, see, some of y'all really don't realize the power in these brothers standing up here, because technically they're supposed to be shooting at each other and shit. Right?
No.
Technically, this brother supposed to be like, he got on red and this brother got on blue, so I'm gonna sweat him. But we up here as brothers today, man. We up here as black men today. And I love these brothers for it. So, one body, one mind. The elder just said it. Say it again. One body, one mind, one goal, and that's to heal these hoods.
This is something that needs to be duplicated in every neighborhood.
It's some saving of some clothes and some changing of conditions that have to happen out here in these neighborhoods. And that can't happen without each of you. So when Ajimo came to me 5 years ago at 19 years old, having his own vision of how to impact this community and the people in it, that was his way.
There hasn't been any fights, there hasn't been no violence. We got music.
Yo, it haven't been any fights. It's really been getting along out here.
Good people, you know, all from all diverse, you know, different diverse backgrounds, you know. We need more events like this, especially in the city of Milwaukee.
Doing events like this takes us back to community. Another thing that it makes good is that you get to show the economic value of what we all creatively can do. A lot of the vendors out here are self-employed, are people who use all their wits, know-how, and means to create the trinkets or the incense or whatever, and they're out here trading and they're out here trading and shopping with each other.
We promote black economics, black unity, black empowerment, and black love. My name is King Rick. I'm the Black General of the Black Panthers in Milwaukee. What we're here to do is we're here to support the movement here that Brother Ajimu has brought together.
Peace and love, everybody. My name is Brother Zaire El Shabazz. I'm a member of the Insane Vice Lord movement.
There's a very political history with the vice lords in particular, actually. Bobby Gore, who was a conservative vice lord from Chicago, set up a community center and community programs. There's a lot of youth that join these gangs that are not necessarily aware of that. Why does that history seem to be lacking?
Some brothers really don't want to know. And I think that if they really sat down and know what was going on, then they would change their way of thinking. Prime example, Brother Ajimu, a brother who's in my tribe of the Insane Vice Lords. He's a prime example of what the Honorable Bobby Gore would want. He's an upliftment, he's a salvation to his community, he's about helping people, and that's what a real vice lord is about. It's about helping each other. It's about carrying yourself second to God.
There's a lot of stereotypes about gang members being, less than human or less than animals sometimes. They're just doing this because they're reckless and wild. We need to lock them up. That's the only solution to this problem. They hate each other. They'll never come together. A lot of people think that is unbelievable to see. The gangster disciples and the vice lords been enemies for generations before I was even born, come together. How do you explain that? Like, how does that happen? Like, what is the process of that happening?
It's not just gang members or quote-unquote gang members that's viewed as animals. It's blacks in general in a society that's viewed as animals. We live in a society, unfortunately, that has a lot of white supremacist elements to it, and that comes from the foundation. As far as GD, growth and development, vice lord, the brothers that started these organizations, David Barksdale, Larry Hoover, as far as with GD, with the vice lords, Bobby Gore, and other brothers like that, those brothers wasn't on that. They didn't want to see us kill each other. That's just something that happened, and the government had a lot to do with that. If you go back into the 60s and 70s, and you look at COINTELPRO, which was an agenda started by J. Edgar Hoover, who was the head of the FBI at that time, what they would do was, for instance, the Black Stone Rangers and the Black Panthers were trying to come together. And what they would do was they would send letters to Jeff Fort, who was the leader of the Black Stones, and say, the Black Panthers, they trying to kill you, they trying to do this and that. And then they would send letters to the Black Panthers and say, well, the Black Stones, they trying to kill you and stuff like that. So a lot of the divisions that have happened in the community were, first of all, started and expanded upon by the government. Second of all, was started by individuals who, if I got this small little pie right here, everybody want to eat. It's only so much for people to eat. So now we fighting over this little piece of pie. But when we do that, we doing exactly what they want us to do, because they want us to kill each other. Because people profit off of us killing each other. Judges, police officers, their jobs depend on crime. You have institutionalized discrimination, which leads to mass poverty in our community. Mass poverty equals mass crime. So don't try to portray us as animals because of the situation that you put us in. A lot of us reacting to that situation. I'm not an animal. I'm a college graduate, so I'm not an idiot. In the teachings of Larry Hoover, it's educational, economical, political, and social development. It's about trying to uplift our people.
You gotta know the history of both organizations, because we were built to protect the hood, to heal the hood.
They're not creating jobs for us. So brothers is gonna fall back to what they were doing. Just because a brother may fall back to him selling drugs or doing what he have to do, that doesn't mean that he's not for his community. That's just a circumstance that he's in that he has to do to provide for his family and for himself. So even though it's brothers who still do that, we still are tight and we still close with each other, because at the end of the day, we do have personal lives and we do have things that we have to do. Everybody is not trying to hire a young black male. A lot of us have felons, a lot of us has records, and we automatically get disqualified for that without getting to know us. So what we have to do to keep that going is we have to just stay active in the work. We have to constantly communicate with each other. We have to resolve conflicts. And that's not just speaking in Milwaukee, that's from the organizations in Los Angeles, Chicago, all over.
In Milwaukee and Chicago, every major city, the beefs that exist between the brothers is being really manipulated by outside forces. And so we know that if there's going to be peace, we can't wait for the police to do it. We can't wait for the government to do it. We're going to have to step in and do it ourselves, because there's lack of jobs, there's lack of really education and the proper education, and there's also a lack of unity. And we can help address that not only with the 10,000 Fearless MKE.org initiative, but also by buying up land in the community, making urban farming real for our people, and then employing our people to man the farms, to sell what we get on the farm. We have to start to create our own industry and economy, but the only way we can do it is through unity, and that's what's missing right now.
What we need to understand is the laws and attitude of America were never designed to protect the people it oppresses. And who does it oppress? People of color. So instead of us depending upon the police, we need to police ourselves. And in order to do that, we've got to have complete unity by any means necessary. Take back our schools, our finances, and our community.
So from what you've told us, the police They don't really care. They come into our communities from these other places, outside places, but they don't really protect our community.
No, not at all.
If anything, they seem to be hunting our community.
They're the hunters.
So there seems
the real thug.
There seems to be a real need for some kind of defense. You know what I mean? There seems to be a need of some kind of protection that can happen. And some people would say that the gangs are the forces that could potentially fill that gap. How possible do you think that is?
Very possible. Because what people have to understand is that when these police come here and they come into our community, they don't understand the mentality of a young black male. They automatically have fear of us, so by them having fear, their guards is automatically up without even getting to know the science of why the condition we in or why we may act out a certain way. So we do have to patrol our own communities, because when they come in here and patrol our communities, they want to kill us, they want to lock us up. But when we come and patrol our own communities, we come in with what our community is missing most, and that's love. We have to love our people. They don't love us. They don't love us. It's obvious every day that they don't love us. All you have to do is look on the media and see they don't love us. They want to kill us. Those are the real enemies. Now the ones who really are sincere in their hearts, the police, because all police not like that, don't get me wrong, but the ones who are sincere, they help us. Let us do what we do so that we can stop this.
I think we should just connect with each other a little more, start to be more understanding and have more empathy for each other compared to, creating so much violence. I would just say as long as we keep creating stuff like this and events where we all come together, we'll continue to unite, and we'll be able to understand our true potential of who we are as we come together more and more.
Let's focus on economics, you know what I'm saying? Lack of jobs, you know what I'm saying? Lack of structure and things to do.
It's all about surviving. If the city of Milwaukee provided more resources, reliable resources, a lot of these things wouldn't be happening.
We as being role models and pace setters have to set the tone for this change in order for it to happen. That's what this movement is all about, you know what I'm saying? To change, to move in a different direction, you know what I'm saying? To bring us as black people together as a whole, you know what I'm saying? Because together we stand, divided we fall. You know what I'm saying? If we stand together and work together, we can build better communities, schools, housing, and everything else.
The importance of it is saying, man, that we dying. And if you put all that aside, not just from the police, but we die from each other. You know what I mean? The young people you see out here are strictly an attribute to Brother Hill the Hood.
So how'd y'all enjoy the day today? How'd it go?
It was good.
It was great.
Real peaceful. Everybody was getting along and stuff like that. So yeah. Plus, it kind of helped a lot of people in the home with the free haircuts and the food.
We have to find something for these kids to do. If you go into these neighborhoods, you just look around, a lot of these people can't afford to have their kids in programs like, the Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA. Our city officials need to really come together and really make something happen for this demographic of the city, generally the north side.
We need to get in the community, starting with our youth. The youth inherit it. We need to start with them. We need to give them jobs, better educational things to do, better places to go, and just enlighten our children.
What is healing the hood to you all? What does that mean?
Getting everybody together and getting along. It was a lot of activities and a lot of people that was enjoying it. Had smiles on their face. Good part. It was just a lot of enjoyment.
We bringing everybody together. It's not about what you represent. It's about what you want to do for your community and for your people as a whole.
And it's like basically they didn't really have to do this, but out of love and in their heart real deeply, they chose to do it. So I really thank y'all for doing this, and we had a great time.